I'm John Pelkey. For those that don't know me, I've spent the last about 30 years in ministry. I've served in several positions. I've served as a youth pastor. I've served as an associate pastor, served as a pastor, a teacher, and a mentor. And professionally, I've spent about the same amount of time, 25 plus years anyway, in the building industry. And I started out as a carpenter and worked into sales and started doing estimating. I was a chief estimator for 21 years. And I focused a lot of that time selling windows and doors and millwork, engineered lumber and that sort of thing. And so I'm not here to tell you all of that, but just to give you a brief rundown of what these videos are about. And there's two areas of my life. As a pastor, I was bivocational, had a day job, and of course pastoring at night, raising my family, which was the most important thing. And today, thankfully, both of my daughters are grown. They're both worship directors, and they're both very active in ministry. And it's just been an awesome experience to see them grow from their baby years to teenage into grown women and actively engaged in ministry and doing things for the Lord. And so over the years of my life, again, I've focused in both of those areas, and I want to bring some of that expertise to some of you. And as far as expertise in ministry, I don't mean that, but my experience in ministry. And if you are searching in your life for, maybe it's ministry, maybe you just need peace in your life, maybe you just need an ear. It seems to me there's many areas in the church that people just don't have someone to talk to. Amen. We can attend a church service and we can hear the preaching, we can experience the power of God and the worship, and those things are wonderful. Those things are necessary. But there are times in life I have found that I just needed someone to talk to. Amen. As a man, I think most men would hesitate to say that they're holding on to things maybe from their youth that they're uncomfortable talking to anyone about. A lot of times men don't want to talk about things with their wife per se, because they're supposed to be strong, because we're supposed to be the priest of our home and the protector and all that goes along with it. I'm not trying to counsel here today. I'm just giving you a brief rundown of this fact that I understand those areas of life. And I'll speak to the men for a moment. There comes a time in life, I don't care how old you are, whether you're in your teens, your 20s, your 30s, or your 50s. There's times in life when you just need someone to talk to. And I realized that over the years, I didn't always have someone I could talk to. For a long time, my dad was my best friend. He was my pastor as well, and he was helpful. But there were times when I needed an outside voice, and I didn't have that. And so because of that, that is my desire today, is to be maybe that ear for you. Amen. If you're maybe you're ashamed to talk about things, and that's okay. I understand that. Maybe you're just fearful. Maybe you just don't trust anyone. And those are real things that you're dealing with. And I can't play that down because I've dealt with some of those things myself. And again, I've not always had someone to go to. And I want to be that person for you. Amen. Especially if you're a man. I know if you're a woman, then you want to speak to a woman, but find someone that you can talk to. Not that you always need someone to speak into your life, but sometimes you just have to get the pressure off. You have to release that pressure, and that release is talking to someone. If you're not comfortable talking to your pastor, I understand that. I've been in those circumstances, and not that you're afraid or ashamed or anything, nothing against pastors. I'm for you. I'm in your corner. I've been there. I understand. Amen. But sometimes it's great to have a neutral voice and know that there is someone that you can talk to that will not judge you, but maybe will help you even to just see this path ahead of you clearly. Amen. And that's where I would try to come in. And so I know some of you may not know me. That's okay. Amen. I want to just put it out there that I'm available if you want to talk, whether on the phone or in a video, or if you're close, face to face. Amen. I am there for you. And at the end of this, you'll see my contact information, which will be an email, of course. And of course, you can message me on Facebook, and I'll reply and I'll be there. And so I wanted to just get on here and tell you what we're doing. Amen. So I'm moving in both sides of my life as a Christian life coach, and also in window and door consulting. And that, of course, home renovation can come in there as well. And so if there's anything that I can be of assistance to you for in either area, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. Amen. I also want to add that if this is something that you are interested in, I'd love for you to follow along. Amen. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, and join in the conversations. And on the Facebook page, I've thrown some questions out there, and you'll see more of that. Amen. Don't be afraid to respond. No question is too small. There are no dumb questions. Amen. Every question you ask is important and needs an answer. And if I don't have that answer, I will certainly go to the Lord for you and try to arrive at that answer in the Word and in prayer. Amen. So I'm there for you, and then reach out.